Hello everybody and welcome back to this tutorial, and right now let us take a closer look at the interactive development environment for Python 3, or also known as IDLE. Now, we downloaded everything we need for all our platforms such as Windows, Linux and Mac OS, and right now, in order to start the actual IDLE or the Python 3 interpreter, just type in Python 3 if you are using the actual Linux, and just go to the start button, type IDLE and navigate to the IDLE Python 3.7 version, whether it is 32-bit or 64-bit. Now I have multiple versions installed right here, that's why I have this many. So I'll just go with the newest version of the 64-bit Python 3. You can see they are rather the same on both of these Linux and Windows systems. And what IDLE, or the interactive development environment, is basically it is used to help us with the errors, most likely. Now, let's imagine you're writing a program in some text editor or in Visual Studio or wherever you actually want to write the program. So, for example, let's just say you're writing it in the Notepad, and you write a bunch of lines of code lines, different tens and tens of pages, and then you don't know, you get an error, and you don't know where that error is, or what the problem with the error is. What this Python 3 interactive development environment, or the IDLE, allows us to do is simply just execute a single line at a time. Then we can actually see whether there is a problem with that single line, such as if I type right here print and open and close brackets. Now the print function will just basically just print what we type in the brackets themselves on the screen. So you need to open the quotes. So I will open right here. Let me just find where the quotes are. Okay. And then you can just type here hello. As you can see, if you use that function print hello between the single quotes, it will just print hello to the screen. And there you know that this function actually works and that the syntax for this function is correct. But if you, for example, type print and then open and close brackets, add the single quotes, or add one quote and type hello, and forget the next quote and type enter, you can see EOL while scanning start string literal. Now, syntax error basically means that you coded something wrong in the program, and what this Python 3 interpreter allows us to do is to notice where that error is. Now, you might notice that this error actually doesn't give us too much of a detail. Sometimes these errors can actually be a little bit of complicated, but right here we know that we forgot to add the actual single quote. Now I will explain everything why we're adding single quotes, what this print function is, but for now let us just see what this IDLE interactive development environment is. So you most likely will, while you're coding, have both of these open, such as the Notepad or any other text editor, to write the program, and also have the Python 3 interpreter in order to test a single line in order to see whether the syntax is correct. So you don't have to actually find the errors in the entire program itself. So in order to open IDLE, I already told you, you can just go to the start, type IDLE and open the IDLE for the version you want to. On Mac OS, you open the IDLE by going to the Windows Finder, or you can open Windows Finder, click on Applications, and then Python 3, and then on the IDLE. In the actual Ubuntu, you can either type it like this, just type in your terminal Python 3, or I believe, let me just check out right here, if you go to the application accessories. Okay, so let me just see, show application. Okay, let me just check something out. If I just go back right here, open this, let me exit it to see whether we can actually open it with the IDLE 3. IDLE 3 not found, did you mean IDLE? Okay, so let us try with the IDLE itself. And here it is. You can either run it like this, which will look exactly the same like this one, or you can run it from the Python 3, or pardon me, from the terminal as Python 3. That is on you. So that is basically it about IDLE. We are going to continue coding in the next lecture. For now on, we got some of the basics, such as downloading the Python, navigating to the Python directories, basically interacting with the IDLE itself, and right now we're good to go and we should be able to start coding. So hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope I see you in the next lecture. Bye!